Did you know that just by choosing the wrong color for your house, paint, many families have unknowingly faced years of financial decline, constant illness, and ongoing conflicts between spouses and children? It may sound far-fetched, but this is a reality that many feng shui masters and experienced individuals agree on. The color of your house paint is not just an aesthetic choice. It is something that quietly controls the flow of energy in your home, directly influencing the wealth, health, and peace of your entire family. Some colors may look beautiful, modern, and luxurious, yet they are considered major feng shui taboos. They can block financial luck, cause business to go poorly, and even attract unpredictable misfortune. What is even more concerning is that many of us choose paint colors simply because they look nice or are trendy, without realizing that we may be unintentionally locking our own fortune. In today's video, I will reveal to you the 7 house paint colors that are considered major taboos in feng shui. I will also share simple tips to fix the problem if you have already chosen the wrong color, as well as ways to select colors that match your destiny. Activate wealth energy and keep your living space balanced and full of positive energy. Before we get started, leave a comment below with a positive affirmation related to this topic. For example, "I am ready to change my destiny," or "I am a magnet for wealth," or anything you want to attract into your life. And do not forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications, so you will not miss practical secrets about ancient feng shui and spiritual wisdom. Let us build a community that understands deeply, lives rightly, and attracts all good things. And now let us dive into each specific color. Shades that may seem harmless, yet are considered gateways for bad luck to enter your home if used in the wrong place or in the wrong way. Number 1. Deep black. Deep black is not just a color. In feng shui symbolism, it carries the frequency of mystery endings and even mourning. On an unseen energetic level, deep black represents darkness and absorption. It does not reflect light, but instead draws in everything around it. Many people like to paint their homes in deep black tones to create a modern, minimalist, and sophisticated look. But imagine living in a room with too much black. What happens? The space instantly becomes gloomy, oppressive, and heavy with a kind of energy that feels suffocating. Black walls, black ceilings, black floors. No matter how beautiful the design they can easily make, a person feels small, lost, and constantly wrapped in a sense of unease. From an energy perspective, an excess of deep black in the home disrupts the balance between yin and yang, allowing yin energy to dominate. When yin energy is too strong, it can trigger negative emotions such as sadness, anxiety, and isolation, laying the foundation for mood swings and emotional instability, and even leading to depression if it persists. Once the mind is unsettled, the body's energy also weakens, reducing the ability to attract wealth and good fortune in life. This is especially unfavorable for those whose element belongs to fire or metal. Black represents the water element, which overcomes fire and depletes metal. Over time, it can affect health, career, and even family relationships. If you have already used deep black in your living space, do not worry. You can fix it by rebalancing the feng shui layout. Introduce warm, bright tones such as pale yellow or earthy orange, or use white or soft yellow lighting to activate yang energy. You can also add feng shui items such as crystal Himalayan salt lamps or hang paintings with positive energy and vibrant nature scenes to open up the flow of life force, dissolve the heavy feeling, and restore balance to the space. Number 2. Pale white. On the opposite end of the spectrum from black is white. But not all whites are good in feng shui. Pale white, also called dull or ashy white, brings a very different feeling compared to bright white or ivory white. In many Asian cultures, white is traditionally associated with funerals symbolizing separation and death. In modern life, however, white is loved for its clean and pure feeling. But imagine a room painted entirely in pale white, with no accents and no warmth. You might feel like you are in a hospital ward, rather than a place to live, to love, and to nourish positive energy. Feng shui experts believe that pale white has a high coldness factor and lacks the ability to nurture life energy. It makes the space feel drained of spirit, and people living in it can easily feel isolated, uninspired, and unmotivated. Children in a pale white painted home may become withdrawn and reluctant to communicate. Adults may experience a loss of energy, difficulty focusing, and lower productivity, which in turn blocks the flow of wealth because the drive to act is not fully activated. Another important point is that pale white does not have a grounding quality, meaning it does not hold and store the energy generated by action and effort. Yet a good living space should help people recharge after a long day, inspire them to live fully, to earn money, and to love. If overused, pale white can be like a fog that hides all that vibrancy. If your home has too much pale white, the fix is simple. Add colors that suggest warmth, such as cream, yellow, earthy pink, light beige, or pale turquoise. Place a few green plants, like peace lilies, lucky bamboo, or pothos, not only to balance the energy but also to boost life force. You can also add wooden or bamboo items, or repaint part of a wall in a warm, neutral tone to bring the soul back into your home. Number 3. Ash gray. Ash gray is the color of stillness, silence, and neutrality. But because it is too neutral in feng shui, it is seen as a symbol of stagnation, indecision, and loss of direction. In the cycles of the 5 elements and spatial energy, everything needs movement. There should be a beginning, a high point, and a time to rest. Ash gray can block that flow, leaving the space stuck in a no-movement state. Many choose gray because it feels modern and clean, but they don't realize that ash gray suppresses emotions, making the mind dry and inflexible. Living in a space full of ash gray can make the soul feel cold, an invisible yet clear sensation, as if you are alive and breathing, but everything around you has no flavor. Too much ash gray can weaken action energy. Those who work in intellectual or creative fields will notice this most. They start losing inspiration, procrastinating, and lacking the drive to start or finish anything. When action energy drops, wealth, which is the reward for effort, also slows down. It is not just personal energy that suffers. Ash gray can also create a sense of distance between family members, causing an invisible disconnection. Everyone stays in their own room, speaking less and sharing less until they become like shadows living under the same roof. As social and family bonds cool, the overall fortune of the home declines as well. To fix this, you do not have to give up gray entirely if you love its elegance. The trick is to combine ash gray with warm colors, such as burnt orange, soft golden yellow, or light jade green. You can use wall art with nature or light themes, add soft yellow lighting or scented candles to lift emotions, and include moving elements, like a small feng shui water fountain, wind chimes, or a crystal ball to awaken life energy in a space that is too still. Number 4. Bright red. Bright red, also known as intense red or vivid scarlet, represents the fire element in the five-element system. Fire is the element of life and transformation, but when fire exceeds its limit, it becomes destructive, burning away stability and peace. In living spaces, especially in the living room, bedroom, or dining room, too much bright red can create psychological pressure, making people irritable, hot-tempered, and unable to control emotions. Feng Shui categorizes bright red as having excessive fire energy. It stimulates action, but can also easily trigger bursts of negative emotion if overused. Those living in a home with too much red may become easily agitated, unable to remain calm, and even develop conflicts within the household for no apparent reason. Children may cry, more adults may suffer from insomnia, and couples may argue more, all as a result of excessive yang energy without proper balance. When the inner state is always tight, like a stretched string career, and business are unlikely to remain stable, you may feel as if you are always in battle mode, competing, confronting, and debating, instead of cooperating and creating. Over time, wealth comes and goes quickly, and cannot accumulate, because internal tension prevents you from holding steady energy to attract good luck. However, red is not always bad. The key is using the right amount in the right place for the right purpose. For example, red can be used in areas where energy needs activation, such as the wealth corner or a prosperity altar. But it should only be an accent, not covering an entire wall or ceiling in bright red. You can opt for deeper reds such as brick red or wine red, which carry a warmer, more mature energy, bringing elegance without being overwhelmed by fire energy. Also, balance red by adding water elements such as blue or earth elements such as pale yellow to help cool the fire. Hanging wooden-themed decorations such as forest paintings or live plants also helps harmonize the energy, keeping the space warm, yet comfortable and livable. Number 5. Deep blue. Deep blue is associated with the water element, representing emotional depth and inner wisdom. However, when water energy becomes too strong, it can drown emotions, causing those who live in spaces dominated by deep blue to sink into an overly subdued, lifeless state, losing connection with the outside world. Imagine a room with deep blue walls, dim lighting, and few color accents. You might feel as if you are submerged in cold, deep water where all movement slows down. For introverts, this might initially feel comforting, but over time, deep blue can create emotional isolation, making people share less, open up less, and gradually grow distant in relationships. In feng shui, this is called a state of closed internal energy, when life force no longer radiates outward, but circles only within, easily leading to a lack of motivation, melancholy, and procrastination. This is especially problematic for those working in creative fields in communication or in jobs that require quick decision-making, as they will find it stifling and difficult to thrive. A common sign is that people who live in a room with too much deep blue often feel sad, without knowing why, lose interest in things they once enjoyed, or experience a persistent quietness in their soul, even when everything around them seems peaceful. To remedy this, you can keep some deep blue, but mix it carefully with warm, bright, or strongly yang colors, such as cream, yellow, peach orange, or ivory white. Use warm yellow lighting, or maximize natural sunlight to ease the heaviness. Adding wood elements, such as natural wood furniture, green plants, or landscape paintings with sunlight, will help warm up overly cold and overly deep water energy. A simple yet effective feng shui tip is to hang a painting of the sunrise in the east, or display the image of a carp leaping over the dragon gate, to awaken the will to rise from deep within, transforming stillness into positive action. Number 6. Dark green. In feng shui, green symbolizes life, nature, and the energy of renewal. But when it shifts into a dark green shade, that energy turns into stagnation, rigidity, and resistance to change. Dark green represents the wood element, but it is the old wood, no longer growing, no longer sprouting, just standing still and hardened. In a space filled with dark green, you might feel boxed in, as if trapped in a dense forest with no way out. This unintentionally creates a closed energy field, making people feel constrained, uninspired, and prone to procrastination. Those who live long-term in a dark green home often become more complacent, less ambitious, and resistant to change. They begin to live just enough, losing the drive to advance, and gradually fall behind in competitive environments. Energetically, opportunities are blocked because they no longer emit the frequency of initiative and adaptability, like a tree that has lost its springtime. The solution is simple. If you love green, choose fresh, lively shades like bright green, young rice, green jade green, or light moss green, colors that carry the energy of growth and movement. You can keep some dark green in low-activity areas, such as hallways or under staircases, but avoid using it as the main color in bedrooms, living rooms, or workspaces. Combine it with sunlight, open windows, and sheer white curtains to improve airflow. Place feng shui symbols that carry strong yang energy, such as a Qilin statue, a Wenchang pagoda, or a set of 5 emperor coins, all of which help stimulate energy circulation and create favorable conditions for wealth to grow smoothly. Number 7. Dark brown. Dark brown carries the energy of the earth element, representing connection, stability, endurance, and a sense of being grounded. However, when earth energy becomes too dominant, it shifts from supportive to suppressive, weighing down and blocking the natural flow of life force. Imagine a room with dark brown walls, heavy curtains, and bulky wooden furniture. The air feels trapped, the light is absorbed, and your body gradually becomes tired and sluggish without knowing why. Feng Shui calls this a stagnant energy field, where even capable people fail to reach their potential and opportunities slip away because they lack the energy to grasp them. Dark brown can also create a sense of false security, leading people to become overly conservative, clinging to the old and fearing change. In such an environment, creativity is almost locked away, and people work mechanically without inspiration or breakthroughs. Over time, this reduces productivity, blocks financial flow, and causes career opportunities to be missed without realizing it. It is not only individuals who are affected. Dark brown also negatively impacts family communication. In a home filled with such heavy tones, members tend to become quiet, share less, and express fewer emotions. This is not because they do not care for one another, but because the environment does not encourage deep connection. Affection becomes trapped inside the shell of habit and silence, quietly weakening the family's overall energy and harmony. For young people in the process of building their careers or personal growth, living in a space dominated by dark brown can sap motivation, discourage bold moves, and promote a negative kind of stability. So how do you neutralize the effects of dark brown? Instead of removing it entirely, you can keep it in foundational details, such as wooden floors, bookshelves, or small furniture pieces, items that symbolize steadiness. But never let dark brown dominate large wall areas, especially in bedrooms or workspaces. A particularly useful feng shui remedy in this case is a Wenchang pagoda made of crystal or white stone, symbolizing learning and growth, placed in the northeast or south corner of the room to help activate intelligence, boost inspiration, and open the mind to new ideas. So now that we know the 7 colors, to avoid the next question, everyone is probably wondering, is what colors should you paint your home to truly attract wealth and boost positive energy? Here are 3 paint colors highly valued in feng shui for their ability to activate the energy of prosperity, luck, and smooth success for the homeowner. Number 1. Cream yellow. Cream yellow is one of the golden fortune shades in home feng shui, not only because of its elegant beauty and easy application, but also because it holds incredibly strong yang energy. If we imagine a house as a living being, cream yellow would be its warm, radiant skin, welcoming light and radiating it back. Energetically, cream yellow is seen as the symbol of the morning sun, warm but not glaring radiant, but not harsh, helping to activate luck and positive emotions, while creating a sense of safety, ease, and comfort for everyone living in that space. In feng shui, yellow belongs to the earth element, which is the central balancing force in the 5 elements, making it harmonious with most personal energy types. A home painted cream yellow often feels inviting, friendly, and approachable, truly a place to come back to. Especially in living rooms, kitchens, or hallways, areas that nurture connection between family members, cream yellow helps create a close, warm, and natural atmosphere, strengthening family harmony. In addition, cream yellow has an excellent ability to attract natural light, making spaces brighter visually, more spacious, and most importantly, stimulating the flow of yang energy. When yang energy is properly activated, good luck opportunities, wealth, and positive events will naturally find their way in. Number 2. Light green. Light green is the color of freshly sprouted leaves of young grass in the early morning sun, carrying the energy of beginnings, renewal, and continuous growth. Unlike dark green, which feels still and stagnant, light green brings a cool, refreshing, and uplifting vibe, soothing the mind and recharging the body with fresh vitality. In the 5 elements, green represents the wood element, a symbol of growth and maturity. When used properly, light green can activate the flow of life energy in a home, making it especially suitable for spaces that require creativity, learning, or healing, such as offices, children's rooms, or meditation and reading corners. One magical quality of light green is its ability to connect people with nature. Even if you live in the middle of a bustling city, stepping into a room with soft green walls can feel like standing in a serene, airy garden. Light green helps ease stress, reduce pressure, awaken compassion and love, fostering harmony, understanding, and stronger bonds in relationships. Prosperity also grows from this because a healthy, relaxed mind is the foundation for working efficiently, being creative, and attracting success. A helpful feng shui tip is to pair light green with wooden furniture or warm earth tones, such as beige or light brown, creating a perfectly balanced space that nurtures growth energy every single day. Number 3. Ivory white or cream. White is always seen as a color of cleanliness and purity, but as we discussed earlier, overly diluted pale white can feel cold and isolating. Ivory white and cream white, however, are different. They are warm variations of white, retaining the cleansing energy while adding warmth, creating a friendly, inviting atmosphere without straining the eyes. Ivory white is a white mixed with a touch of yellow or beige. like the gentle light of dawn filtering through curtains, evoking peace, softness, and comfort. Cream white is even softer lighter, like a thin cloud covering a beautiful sunny day. Both shades are ideal as a main base color for the entire house, especially when you want a space to look larger and brighter without feeling cold and empty. Feng Shui values ivory white and cream white highly for their compatibility with many different energy types and their flexibility in combining with other colors. Most importantly, they are colors of new beginnings and purification, helping to refresh the home's energy, push away stagnant energy, and keep the space clean and flowing. They are especially recommended for anyone going through a life transition, starting a new job, getting married, moving into a new home. As painting in cream, white or ivory white is an excellent way to begin again with fresh positive energy and to attract wealth more easily. You can pair cream white with light yellow accents, light wood furniture, or pastel greens to add depth and visual interest. Also avoid overly cold lighting, like bluish-white light, when using ivory white. Instead, choose soft, warm yellow lighting to enhance its gentle warmth, keep energy flowing naturally and harmoniously, and invite lasting prosperity. We have just explored the 7 colors that are considered major taboos in feng shui. Remember, a good living space nurtures a strong spirit, and harmonious colors open the path for opportunities to come closer. Feng shui is not superstition. It is the art of sensing and applying the energy of life with subtlety and wisdom. So starting today, look at your home with fresh eyes. Ask yourself, are the colors around me lifting me up or holding me back? And if you are ready to welcome new luck, new vitality, and a brighter future, do not hesitate. A small action today can open the door to great results tomorrow. Before we wrap up, I invite you to leave a positive affirmation in the comments below. Write, "I choose the right colors. I open the right fortune." Or, "I am the creator of a living space that attracts wealth." And do not forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell, so you will not miss practical tips about applied feng shui, traditional spiritual rituals, and methods to activate good fortune. Let us work together to build a community that lives with deep understanding, lives in alignment, and lives in prosperity. I will see you in the next video, where we will uncover more practical feng shui secrets passed down through generations. Secrets that still remain powerful to this very day.